Hey Capricorns, and welcome to your January 2018 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here, wishing you a happy solar return and a happy arrival of Saturn. What amazing, amazing energy and possibilities coming in for you. I'm so happy to be here reading for you guys because it feels like I'm learning a lot through tapping into this energy. Check out the changes. Can you guys identify coming into January, how much things have changed, how much things have shifted just since December even? There should be a complete change in aesthetic, or a complete change in emotional turnover or cellular turnover even. You may start to see that your body is reacting in different ways. I sense a lot more wholesome health and a lot more intuitive ability coming forward, and honestly a sigh of relief energy actually coming in for Capricorns. Now, a lot of you may have already clicked away because it can feel really hard and really sudden and difficult at first, but then for some of you I also feel that it's a beautiful, amazing feeling. So I'm going to definitely try to tap into both sides of the polarity with this new Saturn energy. If you guys didn't already see, I did do a specific video on Saturn and Capricorn, so maybe after you watch this video you can check that out. It's in the top right hand corner. I'll show it right now. There it is. Anyway, so be sure to check that out to get more information just about Saturn itself, but I'm channeling into Capricorn energy aside from Saturn, and of course Saturn's there, but there's a lot to suddenly take on, I know. New structures, solidification of old structures, and the need to integrate both of these things, the ability within Capricorn to create new structures in business, new structures in relationships, new structures of your body, and also developing old ones in a way that there's this symbiosis to come through, and this integration really strongly. I definitely sense authority figures coming in as well, power systems, any kind of boundaries or barriers can definitely be emphasized right now, but it feels like a good thing. It feels like if there's a blockage somewhere in your life, or if there's something that just doesn't feel accessible, definitely capitalize on that and see okay, there's this blocked energy, or this locked door. Should I maybe turn to the left here and see where this path takes me? Definitely be adaptable with yourself and sort of tap into your gut, tap into your intuition, and think, okay, is it really worth my time to search for the key for this locked door, or do I need to find a path around energetically? And I think for a lot of Capricorns, you've sort of come into January here realizing that something can't go on, or something is not going to be able to support itself or maintain itself much longer. You do have 9 of Swords in your reading, which for me is always a signal that something's ending very quickly when it eventually gets to the 10. Really strong major arcana connections, the Emperor, Judgment, the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune. I mean, what else would you have with Saturn coming into your sign? And lots of reversals too, and uprights. It feels like there's almost an even amount. There's more upright, which is good, but you will definitely be able to see more clearly what is reversed and what is upright in your life. Saturn and Sag can kind of be disorienting with that type of thing, in the sense that Saturn and Sag can really empower non-functioning things to become the center of your life, and the most functional things, it had a lot of reversal and opposite energy working. But Saturn and Capricorn is a much more formulaic, structured energy, in the sense that things can really be what they seem. Your first instinct about things can be very much correct, and things will become more obvious. Now, having said that, Jupiter is in Scorpio, which kind of leads to delusional thinking, but I feel like Capricorn people will really have an amazing sense for the value of things, but at the same time needing to be responsible with that and not letting your ego affect that, because I can see some Capricorns potentially being I am all-knowing, I am the person who knows everything about life, and my first impression is the impression of God. Watch out for anything like that. But truly, Capricorn, your impression can be right, but I would definitely take some time right in the beginning of January here, again, regardless of how you're feeling, to think about what you being right means, and to think about what being correct in life gives to you. Does it really do that much? Because it's a very abstract thought. Some things can be correct, some things can be incorrect, but at the same time, you're still breathing. I would definitely try to disconnect from what's right or wrong. And at the same time, you have to be careful there, because Saturn is all about morals and all about values and the tangible representations of these types of things, like how perhaps somebody with a certain value spends their money or uses their resources. It's usually not, the value itself is more of a Jupiterian concept, But Saturn does as well, especially things which are more conservative or more energetically conservative, not politically conservative, but energetically conservative. Different things. More conservative energetic values are a more Saturnian principle. So definitely be able to see through your ego and being right or wrong, but at the same time, develop something which works and is functional, if that makes sense. It's kind of just a stream of consciousness. There will be definitely a time during January Capricorn where you have to understand healthy solitude and isolation. It does feel like there's a disconnect from other people. And actually, Saturn, while it does build boundaries and walls around you, it requires a kind of integration as well with people that gives you more power and more sustenance in life. So definitely think how you can build that. You will be very lucky this month. Wheel of Fortune is upright, so your decisions and your, again, gut instincts can be spot on. But again, you just have to think like, is this winning this lottery or doing this gamble, even if it goes well, what can that introduce? Because I know, like for Scorpios, blessings can really become curses and curses can become blessings. So try to not really over exaggerate what getting like the bonus or the promotion could do for you. It's wonderful. Saturn loves this type of thing, but it's really the perfect time to have developed like satiability in life at this point in time, because you can develop also with this type of Saturn transit this need for more, like nothing ever being enough. So if things can be enough and things can be wholesome, you can go upward really quickly and wake up in a completely new hierarchy, in a completely new class, or a completely new way of life. Anyway, Capricorns, I could go on and I could talk all about this Saturn energy, but I have a specific video for that. I want to go ahead and get into the week to week and give you some more messages specifically. And I apologize, but I had to actually switch to the built-in microphone on my laptop. For whatever reason, be it Mercury retrograde or something else, my microphone chose to stop working. And it's been an issue throughout all of the readings, but it finally just quit. So I am here on the actual built-in microphone. Hopefully it is not too uh, low quality. Anyway, to get into your week to week Capricorn, you have in the first week 10 of Cups rooted down by 9 of Swords. And that's sort of the energy that I was definitely feeling, where something may not really be able to go on, or something is not really working for your highest value. And it's like you enter right into January with this sort of realization that maybe a coping mechanism or a reactionary principle that you've built needs to transform or needs to become a bit different. Um, so many wonderful, beautiful things can start here, though. Ten of Cups has been coming up a lot, and January and February for most of the zodiac signs really is kind of a gift from the universe, because it's sort of like this introduction of new, really wonderful energy. So definitely look around and be grateful and thankful for some of the things which are coming in. This is a period of time, Capricorn, where you can realize your values, or you can finally come to a place that you've wanted to be for a long time. Emotionally, especially, you can come to a place where you never thought you would be, or you can come to like a fairy tale ending, or it can be kind of like a happy ending type of thing. But sometimes it can be hard to extend it for the amount of time that you wish. So definitely enjoy it here. Like in the first week, it's definitely supported for you to enjoy and realize the blessings that you have, and to sort of allow yourself this happy ending here in some way, rather than sort of going into Nine of Swords and making it into some kind of existential crisis. Which is something that Capricorn has dealt with for a long time, I think. You're kind of submersive sometimes, in the sense that you can easily generate traumas into your reality to become stronger, to like gain strength. Sometimes even situations which don't have to be difficult can become very difficult for Capricorn, just because you've gained so much strength through difficulty, that there can even be a fear that if a situation is too easy, it won't give you what you need. So you're definitely encouraged, though, in the first week to just take your blessing as it comes. Um, Also, you can have transformations of your family unit, and you can have transformations in relationships. Some of you can get proposed to or have a wedding. Ten of Cups is definitely a marriage and a soulmate card. So keep your eye out for the people around you. They really seem to be beautiful in a way, but there could also be a lot of changes there as well. The second week, Capricorns, you guys have Wheel of Fortune rooted down by Queen of Pentacles reversed. So definitely looking at how you've been lucky and how you've been unlucky. To me, the Wheel of Fortune always deals with risks and gambles, and also just the fluctuating nature of energy and luck within our life. It is upright for you guys though, so it is sort of a burst of good luck. So you can be extra lucky in like the businesses you start or anything that really has to do with Saturn. Tangible resources. You can be lucky in inheritance or property, anything that's really tangible. But at the same time, it will be important, I think, to go back over the last 2 years of Saturn and Sag because the Wheel of Fortune was definitely a strong archetype at play with Saturn doing what it did over the last 2 years. So I would really go back with like a fine tooth comb and think like, where was I really lucky within the last 2 years? Where was I really unlucky? And if you can like find the reasons that that became so, and through maybe finding why things happened the way that they did, you can harness a whole new power of luck. But it's going to definitely start with your authenticity as a person and your like what feels comfortable and intuitive. Because Queen of Pentacles reversed to me feels like things which aren't fitting right, like clothes that are too small or clothes that are too big, like something that just is small and maybe not compared to what you're doing in life right now, but sort of influences all of your moves and actions. So it feels like you will become much more lucky and much more um, strong just by really fitting something or making something fit a lot better into your life. It will be a good time to restructure your health or to redo your diet, not in like a fad type of way, but in just an intuitive way. Like, what food do you feel like you need? What feels right to you right now? Definitely don't be afraid to invest in yourself or in your health for sure. Sometimes Capricorns can be very frugal when it comes to themselves and not give much to themselves. And Queen of Pentacles reversed is very much telling me that a lot of you may not really be giving to yourself enough. So Saturn and Capricorn, albeit kind of a chafing type of energy and a frugal type of energy, it always gives enough to itself and it kind of requires that as well. In the third week, you guys have Knight of Cups reversed, rooted down by Judgment reversed. So to me, that sounds a lot like preventing yourself from rising from the ashes again, like maybe wallowing in the ashes or wallowing in the depths so that you can learn. But it's time, Capricorn, it's time to come out of it. Whatever has been a very damaging experience for you over the last 2 years, you can really, really rise from now in a way that you never have before, rising really quickly, really strongly and sturdily. Beware, I think the red flag of this is beware of secrets and lies, beware of anything which is real, anything which is not tangible, anything which is not something that you can touch, like even promises, like other people making promise or trust. Feels like it can lead to betrayal right now. So make sure that you know who you're dealing with. I have a saying that I like that uncalculated trust leads to betrayal. So that really feels like Knight of Cups reversed with Judgment there to me. Know who you can trust for sure, and try to deal in more tangible means. Like try to really like contract things or make your transactions really clear. It may not be the most wonderful time for love in the end of January. It feels like you have to sort of do something really wonderful with that in the beginning to keep it wholesome. And for those of you who are in like big business or in like corporate corporate situations or are making like really big financial decisions, as Capricorn tends to get caught in this type of energy, try to not be blackmailing because to me that feels like a blackmail type of energy as well, just because it's doesn't work very well. Saturn, like Jupiter and Scorpio, can definitely lead to this type of thing, but Saturn and Capricorn actually is very honest and very real. Like it doesn't like value attached to things which are not real, like blackmail or secrets or things which don't involve your craft. So make sure that you're dealing in tangible means, and you will go very far. And also, for those of you who aren't really thinking in this dimension or in this type of sector of life, make sure that you're not inhibiting growth. Make sure that you're not taking away from yourself with thought that it will give in the future. Allow the growth, allow the rising from the ashes, allow the evolution, allow the next chapter, I want to say. In the fourth week, Capricorns, you guys have the Hermit reversed, rooted down by the Emperor. Wow, incredible. Two major arcana cards, and they're sort of synchronizing really well. The top is reversed, the bottom is upright. Um, there's a really strong connection between authority figures and control dynamics, even for those of you who are in relationships and maybe your significant other is starting to feel like an authority figure. Um, be careful about over isolating yourself or running away from this type of thing because it's just something that really does come up with Saturn in your sign, Capricorn. try to confront it. Try to confront the control dynamics. Try to confront sort of unspoken boundaries which may have existed for a long time, because there is something that maybe can be meek or something that can be unrealized that just really needs to be confronted. Try to not, because the hermit is in reverse, so it's sort of like going up the mountain in the darkness with your head down, all covered up, may no longer be the answer. It's like you really have to step into your power with the emperor, and you really have to pull your power out of the dark, because the hermit is all about the darkness. So it's like take that light, pull it out, and like claim your throne. I almost want to say claim your throne. That's a wonderful experience for Capricorn, but not in an ego way. And that is the catch-22. That is the the lining of this type of transit, is that you have to claim your throne and you have to take your responsibility, but it can't be in a kingly or godly type of way. It has to be in a service oriented, like real type of way. So definitely sit with yourself and understand, like, how can I do this? How can I integrate these very polarized extremes and make myself much more healthy, much more strong? Page of Cups is your central theme, Capricorn. So an emotional rebirth comes from this. Your coping mechanisms, your reactions, everything may become different. And it is a beautiful evolution. Like anything that's been really draining or anything that may have been considered very, very difficult, really to me feels like will no longer have the same power over you through claiming your throne, through doing all of this. Also, like younger water sign energy like Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces can really teach you a lot right now about this emotional cleansing. Be around the water if you can. Maybe go to like a sauna or some kind of like hot spring, I feel would be wonderful, or even the beach. Or even like icy places could be nice right now. If you're in like the northern hemisphere, it's very wintry for sure. And just allow yourself to have the turnover. I want to say Capricorn can get very stuck and very solidified in its ways, which can be good, and there's a place for that, and that will happen over the next few years. But it feels like you should start something new here to really allow it to be solidified later. Anyway, Capricorns, I've so enjoyed giving this reading to you. I apologize for the issue with the microphone and the technical difficulties, but it will all be resolved, I'm sure, for next month. But if you guys would like to book a private reading with me and understand more about this progression within your character, within your spiritual energy, you can always click the center of your screen to do that. And your subscribes, likes, and comments mean the world to me. Lots of changes coming soon, lots of new content, new ways of relating on this channel. So I'm so looking forward to it, and I so appreciate your support, Capricorns. I will be talking to you in February. Bye.